What's going on, guys, and welcome back to Jacksonville, where I'm feeling a little under the weather today, but that ain't stopping me from just beating the living hell out of Norfolk in this next 6-game set, because after picking up a no decision that last game against Nashville, where we had a really dominant performance on the mound, we had a pretty good performance in the batter's box, and we should have picked up the win because we had a pretty sizable lead when we came out of the game. We need to have a really stellar series in this next one to be able to pick up our third win and just continue to impress and hopefully get up to the big league level sooner rather than later. We are going to have one practice before we end up getting into the series, and hopefully that'll actually allow us to get a couple more skill points to be able to move up. But thankfully our overall, both as a pitcher and a third baseman, have grown quite a bit since the beginning of the season. So we've only gotten better, and hopefully we can continue to be that way as we go out through the rest of the season. But let's get into this next practice. Let's get a couple skill points, and maybe we'll have enough to be able to up something before we get into this next game. But unfortunately, my dumb ass picked the ladder drill, and we only ended up getting a silver. That timing, especially when you're playing through an Elgato and all that, it's thrown off a little bit, but hey, I'm not going to sit here and just make excuses. We did get 6 skill points, so that's going to be great. Obviously, we're going to have to use those after this game because we can't get out of this screen. But hopefully after this game, we're going to get plenty more skill points, and we're going to be able to up something after this game going into the next one. But we are at third base. We're in the 4-hole. Let's go out there and dominate. Wow, and this is an uncommon sight. We're starting the game in the field. Makes sense because... oh, we're going to actually be able to field that. Let's go. But I was going to say, because we're at home, so we do actually get that one opportunity in the field, and thankfully we get them out, although they did get one run. But here's the chance to be able to get it back. Guy on first, but with 2 outs. That's all right. We're facing a lefty here. Hopefully we make good contact. As we swing late? Yeah, way too late on a 92-mile-an-hour fastball. It's coming in faster than it appears, honestly. Is that going to drop? Will that drop? No, that's just going to be foul. No. Off the wall, too, so it was a pretty deep shot, but unfortunately just a little late again. And yeah, we're late on the sinker. Wow, that was a great pitch. Hey, our team still picked up 2 runs, though, so we're up 2-1. Now we just need to focus on getting a base hit when we're in the box. Great play over there. Now make the throw. Perfect. I mean, it wasn't an extremely impressive display of fielding there, but still not bad. First and second now with no outs. The only thing that we're hoping for, aside from going to Miami soon, like this good man's sign here says, is to not get into a double play. It'd be nice to advance into a third, don't get me wrong, but we want to be able to drive one of them home, potentially 2. A little early on that. Great play by the ball person out there. Impressive. But just early on that 92-mile-an-hour fastball. And now we just need to get the timing. Is that slider? Ooh, that looked really, really nice. He had me fooled. He's only been going fastball, sinker, so I was kind of expecting one or the other. That's okay. There we go. Just a little early again. Is it just me, or does it seem like in that first at-bat it was coming in a little harder? It doesn't matter. What does matter is we're going to drive that one, although into center field, and unfortunately not deep enough to be able to advance into third, as that is an incredible throw. And you got to wonder how many opportunities we're going to get before they're just like, you know what, screw it. You're not going to be able to get a base hit, huh? Damn it, that splitter. I thought that was going to be a fastball. Yeah, last game we had the 3 RBIs with the home run. I'm surprised we didn't pick up the win, but that's life in the big city. And speaking of, yeah, that's just way too high in the air. Kind of a lazy catch by the center fielder, but hey, if you got an arm like that, I guess you got to cut him some slack. And now we got a double play potential right here. Let's see. Never mind, because that's going to get through the infield. That's all right. Hit me. Oh, get him at 3. You know you weren't going to get him at the plate, but you're going to get this guy who decided to go to third just a little too late. Can't get him at second, though, but still, 2 outs now. And if only we could have gotten him at the plate, maybe those runs wouldn't have scored. 6-4 now. Dominguez got a 100-mile-an-hour fastball, huh? I have a feeling we're going to see that after that slider right there. A little early on that, too. That could have been some good contact. That's the worst part. Yeah, there's that fastball, just like we thought. And we're just way off on that, too. So come on. Just don't embarrass yourself. Yeah, see? You're not going to swing at a fastball out of the zone. At least not on that pitch. On this one? Maybe. Well, excuse me. Apparently I'm a little wrong, and he just elevated that a little too much. You can't go from like the chest to the belt with a fastball, man. I'm sorry. Thankfully, that ends up tying the game 446. Almost 110 mile an hour exit velocity. And we're on the board. Thankfully. After getting 3 consecutive outs, we needed something like that. And it looks like we find ourselves in the 10th in the field. I have a feeling this is going to go to the outfield, so we're going to have to cut this off. Dive for it at least. You lazy bastard. Oh, he's only got 53 speed? Get him at home. Get him. Get him. Damn, he's too fast. Son of a bitch. And they end up scoring 7-6 now. But guess who's got a chance to be a hero again? Let's go. 7-6 guy on second. Oh, mother of pearl. Just a little late on that one. Little late on that one. That's okay, though. He's only got 2 speeds. And unfortunately, there was the second one that we were not prepared for. Yikes, I thought that was going to be a fastball. Please don't blow it past me. That's a slider. End up losing 7-6, but to be fair, they had twice as many hits as we did, so realistically, they kind of deserved it. And unfortunately, that only gave us 3 skill points. I don't think that's going to be enough to be able to up anything. I think total, that's going to end up giving us... well, that'd give us 10, which would be good, but I don't know if there's necessarily anything that we want to raise right now that would only cost 10 points. So let's get into this one. We're back in the 3-hole. We're at third base again. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. So let's go out there, let's play this game, and let's see what we can do to actually get more than 1 base hit this time. All right, let's see if we can do it on the first at bat this time, too. How about that? Okay, that caught the zone. That's fair. That was just a straight fastball. Should have taken that one. Let's go. Oh, no way! Wait! You called him out on that one? You've got to be kidding me. That's rough. That would have been a base hit if it wasn't a hit and run. When the hit and run fails, am I right? No worse feeling than that. Damn it anyway. Are you kidding me? You're going to bunt this one? All right, let's see if we can get him. You got it. Nope, no you don't. Because your arm is just way too weak. That's a guy with 53 speed, too. And unfortunately, that would lead to 3 runs. That sucks. Oh well, though. Let's take that one in the outfield. Unfortunately, it doesn't get past him, so let's stay at first. And let's take the leadoff single. Maybe we can start a rally here. Maybe Coach wants to steal. Although being behind 3-0, maybe not. Or maybe so. Do we go on this first one? Do we go, or do we think he's going to go the sidestep? Nope, he doesn't. Let's see if we got the speed to do it. You bet your ass we do. Let's go. We're not incredibly speedy, but apparently it's enough to be able to steal second. Stealing third? No. No. We're not Ellie De La Cruz, alright? But at least we're in scoring position with no outs now. No. Not even close. Not even close. Kept it in front of him. Great catcher right there. What you need to do. Come on, though. 2-2 count, buddy. Put it in play. Put it in play. Not like that. Oh, we do not have the speed for that. Yeah, no, we were dead. Yeah, we had no shot there. Okay, 1 out now. Come on, just advance us at the very least. We can't get out of this inning without runs. Come on. Thank you. You're going to advance us, and that's going to make it 2 outs. The good news though is we go on the crack of the bat. So let's see what we can do. It's a full count. Obviously, there's not a force ahead of us, so it's not like we're going on this. But still, let's see if we can get a base hit here. That is not going to... Oh, wait! Why did I think that was just going to be a pop out to the left fielder? Excuse me. That's going to be a 2-run shot for Barry, and that cuts the deficit to just 1. Only 382 feet. That's nothing like our bomb in the last game, but still... damn good hit right there, and again, that cuts the deficit. Now, they would get 1 back, but still, there's still plenty of game left. Oof, oof, way too early on that one. Otherwise, that could have been taken a long way. Well, not that one. That one's way too high. Not in a good way either. Again, have I mentioned how much I love this backdrop to this stadium? Again, if there's one thing that Miami has, might not necessarily be the most competent front office, but they have damn good stadiums. And all their ballparks. Let's go. 1-2 count. Thankfully, we fouled that one off. We're kind of sitting off speed. That's kind of what you have to do in those situations. Just follow off the fastballs and be ready for the off-speed, as we kind of were on that one. Take that to a 2-2 count, though. We're actually seeing a good amount of pitches here. It's great for the rest of our lineup, honestly. I thought that was going to be off-speed, and unfortunately, we moved that PCI down to the bottom of the zone, and we strike out like a bitch. And now in the 8th, we're down 6-2. That's great. All right, let's see if we can get one back here. That fastball. A little out. A little out. You got to leave that there. Bring something close to the zone, buddy. All right, put that one behind us. Put that one behind us. Give me something good here, bud. Oh, we waited back on that one, too. Still just a little late, though. Now I think we have to be prepared for, honestly, potentially a sinker right here. I feel like that's what he's going to come with. Or just that knuckle curve again. And the bat goes all the way out to second base, but the ball to the pitcher. And needless to say, since that was the 8th inning, we did not get another opportunity, and we go down 6-2. Not the start of the series that I thought we were going to have. The good news, though, at least we got another base hit, and we're producing. That's the important thing. At least we're not going 0-for like we did in that last video in the first couple games. But let's go. Back in the 4-hole. Third base yet again, which means that I think the next game we're going to be a DH just to be able to go into the Saturday game as our start. But let's go out there. Let's gain a little momentum before we get to the weekend. And it's funny. That's what I tell myself every Friday morning before I go to work, too. Because damn it, anyways, I live for the weekends nowadays. Damn, that was a nice cutter. And unfortunately, that was going to be a first pitch strike. Not ideal. Not ideal. But we got a guy on first. Another cut. Guy is very heavy on the cut, isn't he? Why do I feel like he's going to come with a different off speed on this one? It's a horrible feeling. He did. Down in 3 pitches. And we're down yet again. Let's hope that the offense produces better than this when we're on the mound. Nice fastball on that one. This guy's got a pretty deep repertoire, unfortunately. And it makes it really difficult to guess what he's going to come with. There's that sinker. Yeah, we're right on time, but just way off on the aim. Guy's got some good movement on his pitches, too. If we strike out one more time in this game, oh man, that's going to be embarrassing. There we go, breaking up the monotony of just striking out. We're going to get a nice ground ball right here. Let's get a couple extra points here, just so we can be able to hopefully get some more skill points. Did he? I guess I didn't hit the right trigger in time. And never mind, that's going to be negative points. And now it's 9-0. You know, it's kind of funny to count that as an E5. Well, actually, not really, because if we would have bobbled the ball, then they would have called that a base hit. Instead, it's not, and hey, look at that. At least we're not striking out this time. And even though this game is pretty much a lost cause, imagine hitting a grand slam right here. Holy shit, what was that kind of movement? Is that a slider? No, it's a slurve. That just had insane movement right off the rip. But damn it anyway. That's 2 that he hasn't been able to hold on to. And we swung at both of them. He's coming back with a fastball on this one, isn't he? I feel like he is. Jesus. Bro, come on. Throw a fastball. I know, we're on a higher difficulty, so they're not going to be doing that a lot, so what can you do? But damn it anyways, 3 losses in a row, and we had 3 strikeouts in that one. That's rough. The worst part is we actually committed an error in that game, too. Not ideal. But let's go. We're going out there again. Come on, maybe this time it'll be a little bit better, especially since we're just going to be the DH this time. We're getting ready for our start tomorrow, and again, hopefully we can get that momentum going into the weekend. I figure if I say it enough, it'll end up coming true. Right? That's how life works, right? Oh, come on, starting off the 2nd inning. That is a great fastball up top. That is extremely fair. That curveball is what I'm most afraid of. It's going to make me look a little silly, but it's okay. He's just zipping in fastballs right away. I'm not going to blame this on me being sick, but God, I suck. Come on. There's that slider, and that's another strikeout. Can we just stop doing that, please? I mean, at this point, I'll even take hitting into a double play. Granted, that's not going to happen here because there are 2 outs. But regardless, I'd rather take that than striking out yet again. Oh, 1 count. Come on, you got to catch up to that one. You got to catch up to that one. Now he's got to be coming slider. But damn it, 2 fastballs that should have been cracked. And there's that slider like I thought. And we still strike out. And now we got 2 outs in the 6th, and we're down 1-0. At least it's a more respectable game than the last one. But if we keep striking out, I swear, we should honestly go back down to Pensacola. Because we don't deserve to be up here then. If we can't get a hit off of Brandon Young here, that's a possible 3 strikeouts in a row now. Give me something at least that we can make contact with. Something. Nope, we swing at the fucking fastball out of the zone. Well, we might not have a lot of momentum going into the weekend, but we're going to have a lot of anger, that's for sure. And hopefully we can take it out on the mound, as that is just going to be a ground out to the first baseman. At least we made contact this time. But Christ, 4 losses in a row. It's not like we're facing amazing pitching either. I just can't hit the fucking ball. But that's all going to change in this game, though, because we're going to end up in that big game. It's going to give us a little more clutch, a little more stamina. That leaves us with 5 points, which actually means that we're going to be able to do fielding and throwing. Because we should have been able to throw that guy out who ended up bunting, and yet we didn't have the arm to do it. So we're able to up that just a little bit. That might bode well for us. I'll just say that. Granted, it's not going to matter because we're not going to be at third base. We're on the mound in this one. We have a 1.69 ERA. Let's see what we can do to keep that under 2. And hopefully this time we're not going to strike out 3 times either. Hopefully all the strikeouts today are going to come on their side of the field. So let's see what we can do here to start off well, as we do end up starting with a first pitch strike. We're actually going to go fastball up and in on this one. It's a little different from what we usually do. Surprised we didn't quite clip the zone, but that's okay. We can actually go change up on this one. Seen 2 fastballs, need to change up his vision. And he is just laying off stuff just barely out of the zone. Borderline pitches, some would say. Did you even gonna lift the bat off your shoulder? Come on, buddy. Now swing at this split. Thank you. That's what I'm talking about. There's 1 strikeout. Hey, as long as we can have more on the mound than we do at the plate, then hey, you know what? I will take that as a victory. Come on, let's see what we do to get through this this lineup pretty quickly. Man, just missing the outside yet again. Let's go split on this. I know it's a 2-0 count, but that should not have worked out the way that it did. Let's go slurve. That looks good. Yep, it sure is. Come on! No, he does not have the arm. And unfortunately, that is going to be a base hit. Damn it. That's okay, though. That's okay. We can still do this. See? Look at that. That's going to be a double play ball. And we get out of the inning. Yes, we fail our challenge, but 3 batters, 3 outs. Kind of. You know, if you completely forget about the single, you know. But still, only 3 batters we saw. We'll take that. Now let's see what we can do to actually put a ball in play this time, especially with a guy on first. This guy doesn't have a lot of variation in his pitches, so hopefully it'll be a little bit easier to pick up some hits. Granted, we're not going to beat that one out to the shortstop, but at least it wasn't a strikeout, right? Pathetic that that's like the thing that we're really hoping for in this game. It's rough because we started off the video with a home run, and then somehow we struck out like 6 times in the last 2 games. Embarrassing. There we go. Not bad. Not a strikeout, but we'll take the ground out all day. A little bit of weak contact. And we get through the scariest part of their order. Let's go 5. Damn it. Again, we're just a little off on our accuracy today. Not great control, as you can tell right there, as yet again, we give up another 1-out hit. Now, the question is, are we going to take care of this one ourselves and get strikeouts? Or are we going to get another double play? If we can't find the strike zone, we might not get either. Thank you very much. About time. Let's go fastball up and in. There it is. Perfect. And now let's strike him out that slurve. A little out of the zone, too. That was a little too out of the zone. So let's jam him. Let me see if I can steal this one. We can't. But hey, you know what? That's a pop-out. We're really slacking on the strikeouts in this one, though. Finally! A pitch that wasn't a good one. It was just a little late, but still found the strike zone. He was looking off speed on that one. So let's give it to him on this. There it is. Wow, that was not bad. Change about? No. You know what? Let's go split. Let's go split. Why not? Got us our first one. It'll get us our second one as well. Goes down on strikes, and finally we get through the second. But yet, no runs from our offense. Not surprising. Good swing on that one, Daz. That's all right. 0-1 count. All we know, or all that the scorebook is going to see, is a pop out to the center fielder. No one's going to know that that went about 405 feet. I guess like 399 maybe. I didn't see what the actual distance is in center. But you know what I mean. Doesn't matter that it was a hard hit ball. What matters is he got out on it. That's all the scorebook sees. Well, let's hurry up and get out of this. Oh my goodness. Yikes. No. We're going circle change again. We're throwing that better. Maybe not much better, but better nonetheless. Let's go slurve on this one. He's looking fastball. Wow! I can't believe you took that one. Anderson, what are we doing? Finish. Boom. Strikes out on a fastball. I guess better striking out on a fastball than on a slurve that makes you look silly, right? I'll give him that. There we go. Great changeup. Someone was looking for a fastball, and that one swung just a little bit early on that, huh? Great pitch. Now, you know what? Kind of like in the last series in MLB 24, we seem to heat up a little bit as we get deeper into the game. And hopefully we can end up doing that here. And even though that one was in the dirt, that's where we want it on 0-2, you know? Same with that one, too, on 1-2. But now we need to get something close to the zone, and we're going to jam him with that fastball. Get him out of here. Another strikeout, and we get out of the third with no damage. And we have not seen the plate again. At least not in the batter's box, I should say. We've seen the plate plenty when we're on the mound. Thankfully, that one ends up being foul. But, yeah, the offense is just not producing. I mean, granted, we didn't either, but still, you would hope that someone would be able to at least get some wood on it. Let's go. Great pitch right there. Can you get there? Thank you. It's going to be a pop out to the right fielder, and we got one somewhat quick out. What was that, 3 pitches? Yeah, let's even get out of this one in under 15. Mainly because we just really want to be efficient, and that's also our challenge. But, again, we're really mainly doing it for the efficiency, just so we can stay in the game a little bit longer. That one should have been taken 450 feet over the center field fence. Instead, he fouls that off, and now he strikes out at the slurve. That's what I'm talking about. That is a perfect pitch right at the bottom of the zone that, honestly, probably would have been called the strike if he didn't swing at it. So, can't blame him for doing it.
No, that's it.
We just missed that fastball inside. That was a great pitch. Great pitch, but unfortunately didn't find what we needed. He'll swing at that one, so that's a 1-1 count. Now maybe we can get him with the fastball up and in again. Why not? Now that one's a little better, and we jam him a little bit. He's seen 2 inside, which means now we can go down and out with the slurve. 1-2 count. Get that out of the zone, and get him out of here. Sit him down. That is another strikeout. That's a lot now, and we did end up completing that challenge. Let's see if we can do it in the box now, too. Granted, we got 2 outs as we come up to the plate. Maybe we can start a 2-out rally? Maybe we can take it over the fence? Whatever we do here, it just needs to be productive. That did not look productive, and the second time we've broken that crayon. That's all right. We just got to remain perfect on the bump. That's the important thing.
No, that's out.
Just missing the zone. Okay. Okay. Nice pitch on that one. Should be 0-2. Instead, we were sitting 1-1. We go with the 1-1 split here. And that jams him a little bit. Please get there. Let's go. We had 3 guys who actually might have been able to catch it. but the shortstop takes the lead and ends up getting out of it. Let's go. 1 out in the 5th here. Let's go down and in with the fastball. Wow, I thought we were going to dot that up, but unfortunately, no such luck. Let's even get a... Oh, let's go. We field our position. And look at that. Looks like that fielding and the arm actually do come in handy here. Being able to throw the ball from the bump to first base. It's not something a lot of pitchers can do well. Thankfully, we do.
That miss, that's a ball.
Unfortunately, that fastball is just a little bit low yet again. Let's go up and in with the fastball, though. Nice. Love to see that. Split? Maybe on 1-1 again? That didn't work out last time, but it does this time. And now, let's get him with that slurve one more time. Why not? It's getting everyone else. Why not him? Okay. Well, it's not a strikeout, but at least it's a ground out. Still accomplishes the same thing. It's just going to be one less, I guess, digit under the K in our stat book. It's okay, though. 6th inning. Let's see what we can do to stay perfect-ish, because we gave up the hit, obviously. Or the 2 hits, pardon me. But we still need to have this be a shutout. Wow, nice catch. Nice catch on that one. Way to hustle over there. But we still need to shut these guys out if we want to have any chance of picking up a win. Because still, our offense has not been able to pick up one themselves. And hopefully we're going to be able to get up to the plate one more time before we're out of this game. Yikes. Okay, so that's 2 fastballs now. We've seen them in different locations. Now we're going to slurve down and out. They'll set up for a down and in change up right here. And I bet you we can get him. He's going to swing all goofy like he's on the golf course. You know, if he would have swung, that's exactly what would have happened. Unfortunately, that's living in a fantasy world now. Yep, and he just looks at 3 straight balls. Rough. Go fastball up and in, jam him a little bit. Finish. Okay. Well, that's going to be a pop-out at least. But man, I wish that guy would have taken the bat off his shoulder. It's 2 outs, though, and we're sitting at 65 pitches, which means we should definitely be going out for the 7th, unless something absolutely catastrophic happens right here. So let's make sure that nothing catastrophic happens. Great circle change on that one. That's what we love to see. Let's go split down and in. Nope. Did not get any break on that one. Now we're sitting at 1-2. Come on. There it is.
That one fouled off. 2-2 now.
That was some nice power off the bat on that one. That's all right. 2-2 count. Get him with a change. Gosh, they're not swinging anything that's close, you know? They're waiting for something in the zone. There it is. All right, well, nice hit on the slurve. You gotta tip your cap at that point, you know what I mean? So come on. 1 pitch, 1 out? Bro, you need to give us that. That's getting close enough now. There we go. Like a cat over at first. And just over 15 pitches. Yikes. And apparently that's enough for him to actually take us out of the game. Question is, did we get any runs in the 6th? We'll find out when we get up to the batter's box in the next inning. And the answer to that question is a resounding no. Awesome. So another no decision, no matter what. Even if we hit a bomb right here. Although the way that we've been swinging the bat, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen at all. Come on, buddy. There we go. We just missed it. Just late. And yeah, that's going to be a pop out in the 7th. Really? And you guys are going to wait until we're out of the game to actually get these runs. Okay. Whatever you say, guys. Come on. Let's see what we can do here. Nice little foul ball on that one. Oh, come on, at least we're picking up the ball. Not on the slider, though. Come on. Why are you swinging at garbage? It's like I'm playing Diamond Dynasty again. And it's going to be a strikeout. At least we got a 2-0 lead, but damn it. We end up going 0 in that one, and we don't pick up the win, but team gets the shutout. Just unfortunate that, we just couldn't get the runs when we were on the mound. So another no decision, but still pretty good stat line in terms of our pitching. 6 innings, 6 strikeouts, no walks, and only 3 hits with no runs. scattered those hits throughout a couple innings. So, hey, we'll take that. We'll just carry that performance over into the next one. And let's hope that we can just get better at the plate next time. Because even if our ERA drops down to a 1.32, our batting average is back under 200. We can't have that happen. So in the next video, we're going to have one more game against Norfolk at home. And then we're going to be on the road. And what is that, Worcester, the Red Sox? And obviously, we're going to be taking that Friday game. Hopefully, it'll go a lot better than this one, at least in terms of a win-loss stance. And hopefully we can do that because they are 17 games under 500. And granted, we are 5 under 500 ourselves, but hopefully that'll be an easier game than what we just faced against the Tides. Again, we still dealt on the mound, though. We did extremely well. Still, again, no runs and only 3 hits scattered throughout a couple innings. We picked up 9 skill points in that one, and I don't think that that's going to be enough to be able to raise anything, so we're going to carry that over into the next video, and hopefully we can have dominant performances in the box and on the mound to be able to get us enough to hopefully get up to maybe a 63 as a third baseman and maybe up to 73 as a starting pitcher. That's going to be our goal for the next video, but again, we're going to have much better performances than we had in this one. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to go down and drop a like. If you're new, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.